Myers Briggs Type Indicator, a tool that is frequently used to help individuals understand their own communication preferences and how they interact with others. The tool is not only limited to exposing your ideas of choosing careers, friends, or partners, among others, but it goes as far as helping to give you direction when running you with regards to everything, including spirituality. Today's video will provide self-knowledge on the kind of personalities who believe in God, how to find yourself spiritually, and if you've already found yourself, how do you get others to join your spiritual journey? As we go on, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. First of all, which personality is likely to believe in God? In a research by the MBTI test website, 16 Personalities, a survey was conducted to get different personality types to agree or disagree with the statement, "You are very religious." At the end of the analyses, about 50% of the people, which constituted the higher number, said they were. Sentinels, who covered a percentage of 50.31%, agreed to being religious. This group consists of assertive ISFJs, defenders, and assertive ESTJs, executives. Usually, with these groups of people, you find them being very strong and observant. They will usually hold on to the right or wrong idea. They are loyal people, and that means that whatever path they choose to take, they stick to it, not very flexible people to deal with. At the end of the result, it showed that 58.02% of the defenders stated they were religious, whilst 40.84% of executives were least likely to be religious, with only 30.93% of them agreeing to the statement. The next group on the list is the Analysts, a group made up of assertive INTPs, logicians, who had only 21.61% not standing in as religious, while our very own turbulent ENTJs, commanders, reported as religious with a percentage of 44.26%. Analysts are the thinkers and intuitive who require solid arguments or reasoning to make a decision. They are less likely to follow the crowd, and neither will a passed-down tradition be suitable for this personality trait. You'll find them trying to find out their own way out of things rather than following the crowd. In addition to the list, we have the Explorers. If you ever watched Dora the Explorer while growing up, you'll know the Explorers are very observant people. They are made up of turbulent ESTPs, entrepreneurs, and turbulent ISFPs, adventurers, with 33.16% being the least religious and 48.65% being religious respectively. Finally, we have the Diplomats, who are open-minded and tend to imagine widely before making a decision. Regardless, among the Diplomats, INFJs, advocates, were the most religious at 44.33% and INFPs were the least at 33.50%. The Diplomats tend to be a little like Analysts. Thus, they are referred to as cousins. Aside from the Myers Briggs test, some other researchers also concluded after their findings that ISTP, INTP, and ESTP are likely to be atheists as adults and not believers. The trick about knowing your personality is, although it may be helpful with finding your spiritual path, it can be a distraction if not handled properly. Regardless, your personality type lets you know which spiritual practice best suits you. Because the Myers Briggs personality throws more light on self-awareness, it also gives room for people to get to know your thought pattern, and that helps to know how to win you over. For example, if you ever have plans of getting an extrovert to believe in God, you have to do it in person. Why? Because they like interactive, deep, and serious conversations. That's more likely to have an impact rather than a text. If you want to initiate a conversation via text, try to keep it short and simple. Kiss. Don't forget. As much as possible, you want the conversations to feel spontaneous and not canned. If you try to create a formalized discussion, you're likely to turn them off. Also, you should be ready to cover a lot of ground. Extroverts like to bounce around and talk about ideas as they come up. So don't be pressured to cover one theological idea too deeply. On the other hand, introverts like their space and pushing them into conversations they're not mentally prepared for may seem like an invasion. So, before you engage them, give them advance notice. Most appropriately, set up a day, time, and venue they'd be comfortable with. Even as you do, Don't be afraid to give them a heads up on what you'll be discussing. To sum it up, don't forget that personality types are just tools and not a rule. That's all for today. Click on the subscribe button to get notifications, and don't forget to like and subscribe as well.